Lyndon Arthur hasn't really looked the best in his last 3 fights, I'll say. Maybe,
Yeah.
in fact, no, 4 fights.
I don't know, man. Is it time for Lyndon to call it a day yet?
Wait. Like I said, I think a boxer who refuses to let his hands go is an oxymoron.
We've known about Xander. We've rated Xander. We've also known about Boots.
Flowz, am I moving mad in thinking that I think Boots might cook him though?
You know, Boots can be sometimes lax in there
Yes.
when he thinks he's better. But Boots is just that football.
It's levels.
In terms of Ben, this is a good move. I know last fight people were pushing for him to step up and take that next step, but I think this is a good business move, so I ain't too mad at it.
The return of Tank. Tank is back on Twitter.
He's following random people, but he's tweeting Smokey.
Yeah.
And they're all going back and forth. Devin Haney's getting involved.
Oh wow. But Dev, you know Dev on Twitter is also undefeated.
Taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
Devin, what was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 305 of the Strategies and Podcast. I'm your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And as always, guys, before we kick off the episode, I want you to head over to our Instagram page and Twitter page at Strategies and Pod or Strategies and Podcasts. Link in the bio on both those pages there, and I'll take you to where we're situated that streaming wise. So if you like audio, we've got the Apple Podcasts and Spotify links there. And if you like the visuals, the YouTube channel link is there. So is the TikTok link, and so on and so forth. So please like, subscribe, leave us a good review, all that good stuff, guys. Flowz, how you doing, bro? You good?
I'm good, man. What you saying?
Yeah, man. I'm good, man. Trying to stay cool. It's hot out there.
Yeah.
It's very, very hot out there. Flowz, I think we have a few talking points to talk about this week. Let's start with, I don't know if you want to call it a shock upset or a shock defeat or unexpected loss. Lyndon Arthur fought on the weekend, didn't he, Flowz? And he unfortunately lost. Yeah. Let's dive straight into it, bro. What do you think of his performance?
Yeah, look, I don't even think it's a shock at this point.
Damn.
To be honest, I don't think it's a shock. Lost to Lewis Edmunson. Yeah, pretty close fight, cagey fight. But again, we're seeing the tentative, reluctant, not letting his hands go from Lyndon Arthur, which seemed to be the case. And yeah, kind of let Edmunson crack him, land combinations, back him up. So yeah, I don't know, man. Is it time for Lyndon to call it a day? Is what I'm thinking.
Wait. He's only how many losses has he had now? Is it 3? 4 losses now.
Yeah.
Yard twice. Bivol.
Twice. Yeah,
twice. Yard twice. Bivol and Edmunson. Before we say the losses are, right?
Is there not another one? Is there a draw in there or something?
I don't think there's a draw in there. No, it's just 4 losses.
Okay.
So yeah, 4 losses. I'm surprised you're saying you should call it a day, but I guess you're saying it purely based on the fact that he's like, if we keep it a buck, Flowz.
Yeah.
Lyndon Arthur hasn't really looked the best in his last 3 fights, I'd say. Maybe, in fact, no. 4 fights. 5. Yeah, okay, no. I'm thinking about it because I'm trying to remember like who he fought. So, lost against Bivol, which was a given.
Yeah.
It was never going to be. Leon Cameron was an SD, if you remember that. That was an SD. That was a tough fight. Probably tougher than we thought it was going to be. He then lost to Anthony Yard again after that. And we were frustrated with that loss, right? Because of the fact that we said, Yard, it was there for him. And he was being, as you said, tentative. Didn't seem to want to let his hands go, so on and so forth. He then went and fought, remember Bradley Rhea again. Okay. And again, he didn't really look great. That was an MD. But again, we were saying that he made that, I think, a bit harder than he should have been.
Did he get dropped?
Yeah, I think he did. I think he did get dropped. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, and then obviously, another loss to Lewis Edmunson on Saturday. So, you could argue last 5 fights, bro, this guy has not looked great.
Yeah. Look, in his prime, he beats Lewis.
In his prime. It sounds so funny, bro. Here it is prime.
It's true. Listen, when that first Yard fight, again, maybe you saw some signs of him being tentative there, but
yeah,
because he refused to let his right hand go or something.
yeah,
His left, yeah, he refused to let his right hand go.
yeah. It was right.
But yeah, that seems to be a common trend now, that he's just reluctant.
Recurring theme, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, man, because at this point, if you can't beat these guys, then you're not going to be
for sure
beating the crop that we put him up against.
For sure. And it's frustrating for me as well, Foz, because obviously we see the tools he has, and he's got good tools. He's got good height, strong boxing fundamentals. Obviously, we love his jab. One of the best when it's firing and fit. It's one of the best jabs in the game. Decent punch selection as well, decent defense. So no, he's got good attributes. But I've said so myself, that I don't really have time for fighters who don't want to let their hands go. It's one of the reasons why I became so anti-Adrian Broner after a while, because he wasn't letting his hands go. Like I said, I think a boxer who refuses to let his hands go is an oxymoron. Like that, it shouldn't. Like you're going against the very principle of your profession. You're here to throw hands. So being tentative and not wanting to let your hands go, to me, is weird. I don't know why. Because it's funny, because you mentioned, you harkened back to the first Yard fight where we kind of noticed this, that he seemed reluctant to throw his hands and or throw a particular shot. And again, that could have been an injury. We don't know. We still don't know really, but he did throw it in the fight eventually. But yeah, he wasn't really letting it go overall. So I feel like this type of performance flows, or just this has been a habit of his for a while now. And as you said, it's costing him in fights. So you felt that Lewis Edmunson was good value for the win?
Yeah, no doubt.
Right.
No doubt. And Lyndon knows that.
Yeah, fair.
Lyndon knows that. So look, I'm just looking at the landscape, and do you want to face was it Ben Whitaker in his weight class?
Light heavy, yep.
Is that who you want to face? Or who's out there for you to really fight? Maybe Craig Richards. I don't know, but I don't see him beating anyone. Is the point. So if you're not beating anyone in these big fights, is it the small fights you want to take, or call it a day? I don't know. It's obviously it's on him.
Yeesh. I mean, do you? Yeah, I'm thinking about it, Florence. I don't really see where he goes from here, to be honest. I mean, we know he can't operate at world level. And now I've got him below the crop that we initially put him, against, I guess. I think he's probably now the weakest of that crop. And yeah, really, you're fighting British level now, to be honest. Not British level, but maybe that European level, or should I say? But he can't. Yeah. So maybe your retirement calls aren't so. They're not so premature. They actually could be accurate. I don't know. Which is crazy, because he's not. How old is he? He's about. I think he's 35. So yeah, he's not young. Yeah. There probably isn't much fights left for Lyndon. I don't think he should retire. I don't think he will retire off the back of that loss, but I don't think he's got long left in him. And again, I might even question whether or not he still has love for the game, whether he still enjoys fighting and enjoy boxing. He might not anymore. I don't know. Obviously, this is speculation, but it's not good. And I think losing to Lewis Edmunson at this stage of your career isn't a good look, man. And the fact that, like I said, we named 5 fights or so, a run of 5 fights where he hasn't looked great or the best, or we've had issues with his performance, I think says it all, man. So yeah, you might be right there, man. Damn.
It happens, man.
Shame, because we liked Lyndon. We're big fans of Lyndon. We liked what he had brought to the table. At one point, I think we even said that he might be the leader of that crop. Obviously, it was a short moment, but we had him up there with Boazzi at one point. I think obviously when he first beat Yard, right? Yeah.
I backed him to beat Yard the first fight.
You did.
I backed him.
Yeah, you did.
Because like we say, the tools were there. He's decent on the inside.
Yep.
He's sharp. But since then, it's almost been
shame.
Yeah, downward spiral.
Damn. Yeah, big shame. Big shame. It is what it is, man. But yeah, only he knows what he's gonna do next. But yeah, that's that really. But Florence, we do have. So let's move on to next week, because We have some, the hand rubs are out. The hand rubs are out because, sorry, we got Lyndon out the way because I'm trying to get to the meat and bones of this, bro. It's Boots Fight Week, peoples. You know, we're always happy for Boots Fight Week. Our favorite fighter is back. Or my favorite fighter. I'm pretty sure I don't know if he's your favorite fighter, Flo. He's up there for you anyways.
He's up there.
He's up there. He's up there. He can hang, right? Jerome Boots Ennis is fighting Xander Zayas for 2 of his belts. We've said before when this fight was announced, this is a cracking fight. Big shout out to Xander Zayas for putting his belts on the line against someone who is considered like, the next big thing in Boots. And Flowz, this isn't like, obviously I'm bullish about Boots winning. I know that you're bullish about Boots winning. But that's not to say that this is going to be a whitewash. This is a tough fight for Boots, Flowz. Because Xander Zayas Xander's cold. He's got skills.
Yeah,
he's bigger than Boots, naturally. Like, he's got the size, he's got skills. Very good IQ himself. He's younger, so you could argue that he's fresher. This is a tough fight on paper, for sure. And I don't think... actually, no, I feel like Boots... Am I mad? Flowz, am I moving mad in thinking that I think Boots might cook him, though? Despite me saying all this. Am I moving mad?
It's possible. I can't say it's not possible, but Boots can be sometimes lax in there when he thinks he's better.
Yes.
So if Boots finds that feels like he's much better than him in there, he might be a bit lax.
Yeah.
I don't think Boots is fearful enough that he's gonna be fully locked in from round 1 to 12. You might just feel, okay, I might play with him a bit, or I'm definitely gonna win this, and then be a bit lax in there. So look, it can go either way, and being lax might cost him. That's being lax in there might cost him. So I don't know. We'll have to see how it plays out. But Xander's, they're both prodigies in my eyes. They're both been on the list since we started the pod. Of ones to watch. Both gone on to be champions.
We had Xander in our list from early. I think the very first list we made, we had Xander in there. Yeah. And that was when he was like 20 years old. So like, you're right. He is a prodigy. Let's be real.
We've known about Xander. We've rated Xander. We've also known about Boots.
Yeah.
But Boots is just that.
Bro, it's levels. And there's just, like I said, what you have in your arsenal. I think Boots has pretty much everything you can, like, whether he wants to be aggressive and fight on the inside, whether he wants to fight at range, whether he wants to be defensive, offensive. He has so many different looks that he can give you. And that's why I always have him ahead of his opponents, because it's like, okay, cool, that's not going to work, but he can do this, he can do this, he can do this, he can do this. He boxes well from an IQ perspective. He also hits like a train. He's a knockout artist. He's a knockout specialist. And I can really see a Boots KO. I'm sorry, I can't. That's my prediction. I think Boots is going to stop Zayas. I think he's going to stop him.
Yeah.
That's my prediction, ultimately.
Yeah. Well, Xander gets hit enough.
Yeah. And I don't expect Xander to be negative. Like, remember when Boots fought that Karen Chukwu, that guy who legit tried to survive all fight and run. Xander is a proud champion himself. He comes to fight, he comes forward. He himself is, good counter puncher and whatnot. I don't expect him to try and be negative and to try and spoil. I think he's going to try and get to Boots. And that unfortunately makes things more dangerous for him, because Boots, we know, has the counter punching skills, the speed, the tenacity, the punching power. So, man, I can really see a Boots KO here. And again, I'm not going to go as far as to say washing, but I won't be surprised, bro, if this fight isn't as close as it should be.
Yeah,
and Boots
that's fair.
Treats him and hurts him. I look at, but obviously Xander has, like, if I'm talking about what Xander can do to win, of course, as you mentioned, you said Boots can be lax defensively, so especially when he doesn't rate his opponent's power. But Xander's not a power puncher, so I don't really think Xander can really hurt Boots. I'll be so real. Boots, we know, is a KO specialist and hits like a train, whereas Xander doesn't really stop his opponents. He's got a respectable KO record, but it's nowhere near as good as Boots and nowhere as clean as Boots is. So I actually, even if Xander does touch him, which he probably will, I think he will touch him, I don't think it's going to have the same effect as to when Boots touches Xander. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's why, again, I think it's, again, in Boots' favor.
I agree. I hit for sure. yeah, Boots can drop him. I can envision a knockdown.
Yeah.
I can envision that.
Yeah.
As you fair, he's a finisher, Boots, as well.
Yeah.
He is a finisher. So,
Yeah.
look, yeah, it's an interesting fight. But I see a lot of people siding with Xander.
Yes, yes, a lot of people. Yeah.
Haters. That's what.
Wait,
that's what I think.
You're calling them Boots haters?
I think that's what they are.
Right.
Like,
I think it's, again, because Boots has a lot of hype behind him and it's hating that hype train or whatever. And unfortunately, again, they're not going to give him his... We've heard about this before with Boots. They're not going to give him his credit. Because obviously they all said that he was ducking Virgil Ortiz and whatnot, and he's the reason why that fight didn't go down. He then went and made the unification with one of the best champions in the division, right? And we already know, I'm already seeing stuff like, oh, I can really envision that if he does win, oh, Xander wasn't all that. He wasn't really the guy. Yeah. This, that.
Yeah.
He's a rookie. Do you know what I mean? I can already envision that they say, oh, fight Virgil then, prove it we're against. But Virgil's got no belts. Xander's got 2 of the belts. He's a champ.
Yeah.
Or they'll try and say, oh, but you're ducking Fundora or all that kind of stuff. So I'm very well prepared for the fact that they're not going to try and give Boots his credit. I don't know how you can say it because Xander's a bona fide two-weight. I mean, yeah, two-weight, not what two-weight champion. Sorry, unified champion in the 154-pound division. Yeah. And they love to say that Boots was a weight bully, obviously, and at welterweight, which he was. Let's call it a spade. Boots was a weight bully at welterweight. They can't say that now. Xander's a bona fide 154-pounder, and he's actually bigger than Boots. So yeah, man, I fully expect Boots to win this. And I hope he puts on the show. Because I think Boots is a superstar waiting to happen. That's what Match are trying to market him as. And this could be a really good win for him before he goes and tries to unify, because he does plan to unify. And again, I'm sure we will get the Virgil fight soon as well. Once Virgil's sorted out, whatever. But yeah, so are you predicting KO as well?
Yeah, I'm have to after your breakdown, I'm gonna have to agree. Not lie, because if I can envision a knockdown, then the stoppage just has to come, right? Yeah. Unless it's close to the point where it's a late knockdown and maybe like the 11th or 12th, then I see a Boots point decision. But I can just see the knockdown coming. Yeah. It's whether Boots can go on to finish his dinner, or if I rate Xander's IQ, or make some adjustments and
I think that's his best attribute,
manages last less on the fight as well. So,
do you think Boots will start this aggressively, or he's going to try and be not tentative but a bit more calculated? Because obviously his last couple of opponents, we've seen him just go straight on the offensive because he can. But do you think with this one he's going to give Xander that respect of,
Yeah, I think he will. I think he will for the first rounds, 2 rounds. I think he'll start getting in the zone after 3. I think. I won't be surprised if it's cagey for the first 6 or so. Yeah, potentially. I won't be too surprised. I don't expect it to be that, but I won't be surprised. But we'll see. Like you can never really tell because of the stakes involved in this one. It's definitely both their biggest fights
for sure. And I'm just trying to figure out how the fight plays out, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I actually think that because Boots has been notoriously on record saying, he never watches tape of his opponents or whatnot and doesn't watch film. But I know you don't believe it, but this time, for once, he admitted that he's going to watch film on Xander, which I think is a sign that he's giving him that respect and he's, better opponent than his last fights. But what do you make of the build-up on this? Just a preamble. Any thoughts on the preamble really on this one or not really? Obviously, they tried to make it spicy. But it's not hitting, is it? It's not really hitting like that.
It's not that, but I like both guys. I like both characters. I think they're both cool characters. They're both good guys. So I enjoy listening to them talk boxing. I enjoy their personalities. Yeah. So it's not really. There's no needle for me. There's no real needle, but that's fine. It's still a great fight, man, for me. So I have been tuning into some of the build-up. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, man.
I think it's a shame how, just mentioned it before, it's a shame that Boots isn't a talker, right? Because that could make his, build-ups even better. But, like I said, I've said it before, you can tell all this guy knows is sparring and church. Because he can't talk to save his life, which is rare for a Philly fighter. But yeah, hey, good luck to both fighters. But yeah, I fully expect a Boots win for this one. Undercard Flowz is worth talking about. I just say worth talking about. I mean, there's some guys that we know. Mainly, you mentioned him earlier. Ben Whitaker is fighting on the undercard. He's up against a guy called Richard Rivera. Don't know too much about him. 27 wins, 20 by KO, 2 losses. Yeah, I don't know if is this would this be his American debut?
I feel like it is.
Yeah. Okay. I already can tell Whitaker's going to try to put on the show for the American fans.
Yeah,
because they kind of like him a little bit, don't they, with the showboating and stuff, right?
It's a great move for him to go and fight out there and get on the undercard, and because he's building an audience there. The world will be tuned in because it's Boots versus Zayas. They're going to be hate watching. So the boxing world's tuned in. The ones who support Boots, the ones who dislike Boots. Zayas has got all Puerto Rico behind him. So yeah, it's a brilliant stage for Ben Whitaker to put on a show and win some more fans and have more people invested in what he can do. So I'm not familiar with this Rivera guy he's fighting. It's not a step up.
I actually forgot about the fact that obviously Puerto Rico it's in Brooklyn, right, as well. So there's going to be a lot.
Yeah,
I expect there to be a lot of support for Mr. Zayas. So yeah, that's a good point actually, Flowz. I probably forgot about that.
They're gonna be out there in full force. It's gonna be hostile, not hostile for Boots.
Yeah,
but in terms of Ben, this is a good move. I know last fight everyone was asking, people were pushing for him to step up, and take that next step. But I think this is a good business move, so I ain't too mad at it. After this, he can take that next step up.
Yeah, that makes complete sense, Flowz. That makes sense. Yeah, well, let's see what happens, man. I'm really looking forward to this fight, bro, as you can tell. But yeah, Boots all day, man. All day Boots. Speaking of fights, there's another good fight on next week as well, Flowz, on Wednesday over in Australia. They do love these weird days in Australia, but I can understand. I guess it's far. Lewis Crocker. I think the champion at 147 that people are kind of forgotten or that don't really know about much, because obviously the other champs are who Dev, Ryan Garcia, and Roddy Romero, who are sort of well-known names. Lewis Crocker is just a guy from Northern Ireland, really. So, and he's a champ that the other upcoming sort of fighters have been calling out a lot, which I guess they see him as the weakest champ. But he's up against a very good contender in Liam Parrow, who, remember, he was champ at 140 pounds. Moved up after losing to, who did Liam lose to? Was it
Africa?
Yes, Africa. Yes. Moved up afterwards. Flowz, this is a good fight. How much do you know about Crocker? Because I feel a lot of people don't really know him too tough.
Yeah, not too much, you know.
Yeah.
Who's he beat? I swear he just fought. Who did he beat to get the belt? He was his email champ, though.
I think he was email.
Yeah, he was the email champ.
Actually, no, it was vacant. It was vacant. So he fought Paddy Donovan for the vacant, won by a split decision, and that was last year. Yeah.
But it was a good fight, that.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, we have to see how Parrow looks in this way. I like Parrow. I think he's good. It should be a cracking fight. I can't lie. It should be a cracking fight.
Parrow is good value for this, you know. You know, like I said, Parrow is really good. Again, that win against Superior Matias was tough, and you know, great win. He did that in Puerto Rico, and even though the Hitchens fight, even though I do think like obviously Hitchens kind of pulled away towards the end. At the start, because Hitchens didn't want to lay his hands low, Parrow was winning rounds. You know what I mean, and doing good things. So, I think I don't know who's his favorite or whatnot, but I think it's decent value for the win for that one. Liam Parrow, you know, if it does happen. Which is going to happen, so we'll see how that goes. But I like that fight anyways, and it's a good opportunity, I think, for fans and I guess us as well to see what Crocker is about. If he is a champion that, you know, can really, I guess, make a statement in the welterweight division, because obviously those other three guys, as we mentioned, are very well known, and a lot of people have been sort of calling their names instead of his. Yeah,
look, it's smart defense for Crocker, I think. Someone who's been at 140, who's a recognized name, a decent operator, and bring him up to your division to see if he can But yeah, skill wise, I think Para's probably better.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how he looks at the weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, should be a good fight.
Should be a good fight. Yeah. Yeah, I think those are all the main fights going on. Actually, no. Tell a lie, Flowz. Sunday, 28th. Also worth mentioning, we've got Rayo Valenzuela versus Edwin Dos Santos. That's a Zuffa card. Yeah, Flowz.
Have they fought before?
What, Dos Santos and Valenzuela? I don't think they have.
Yeah.
No. Actually, yes, they have. You're right. They have. And Dos Santos stopped him in 3 rounds.
Okay, yeah. That's what.
So this is a rematch, yeah. Yeah, this is a rematch. Yeah, you're right. That's a good shout. I can't believe forgot they fought before. I favor Dos Santos again. I'll be so real. I think Dos Santos is good, man. He's a good fighter.
Yeah.
And he's avoided a little bit too. So yeah. Rayo, the last time I saw Rayo was against when he defended his title against Gary Russell, Antoine. And he got cooked. He got battered. He's fought since then against a guy called Nunez. He won a 10-rounder. But that Gary Russell performance was horrible. Like, just he got battered.
Yeah.
Nothing he could do really. Gary Russell was just levels above him. But yeah, no, I favor Dos Santos in that one for sure. But yeah, the fight is still at lightweight, so yeah, there should be a decent fight for both guys.
Yeah, for sure. There's a Zuffa card. Yeah, I expect Dos Santos to win.
Mm.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it's a good fight.
Yeah,
but yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Flowz, let's talk. I mean, there's been a bit of I guess back and forth.
Actually, I wanted to say Brandon Lee's returning.
Oh yes,
to actually on the undercard of that one as well. Yeah, we haven't seen him in a while.
Well, all I can say is let's see how active it can be. He signed with Zuffa, obviously, so let's see how active Mr. Lee can be under Zuffa, because he's been with Golden Boy before. Was it Golden Boy you first got to start with?
Yeah, Golden Boy.
Yep. It didn't go well there. He was randomly signed to Queensbury. I don't think remember he signed to Queensbury, nothing happened there. Has he been with Top Rank before? I feel like he might have even been Top Rank before as well.
He has.
Yep, he's been with bro. He's been going for all these promoters and not getting fights. Or like I said, it's a mystery. We don't really know what's been going on with Brandon Lee. A guy who has a lot of potential. We put him on our list for a reason. And the moment we put him on our list, we saw nothing else from him. So let's see. That's what I'm gonna say, because it hasn't been great so far and his career is massively stalled up until this point. So we'll see what's up can do for him.
I know the story was that he's still like a full-time student or something, but
the hell?
I'm sure but he's graduated by now. So I don't know what he
must be like 27, 28 now.
Yeah. I know the theme was that he was a full-time student while doing a boxing thing, but
he's 27.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not an excuse for inactivity in my eyes. But yeah, we'll see. He's back. Normal fighting 1 time a year. We last saw him last year. Before that, it was the year before.
Bro.
So yeah, man.
The activity's been crazy. Yeah, crazy. Like, I'm looking at it now. It's been terrible, bro. So yeah. Let's see anyways. But yeah, Flowz, let's end on some beef. We like to end on some beef. We like beef on this pod. I think you came across a new back and forth between our usual suspects. The return of Tank. Tank is back on Twitter.
Tank back with a new burner. Clarissa Shields is his DP. The thing is, I'll print the tweets and the handle's like G Money or something, or something like that. So I'm thinking, who's this? But Shakur's really going back and forth with this guy.
Yeah.
But Shakur, he'll go back and forth with anyone.
Yep.
They're talking about sparring stories and how this G Money cracked him.
Yep.
G Money's Tank. Cracked him in sparring, and they're going back and forth. And obviously now tweets have been deleted in typical Tank fashion.
Yep.
He's following 12 people. One's Halle Berry, one's Indian Babes. The whole account's killing me. he's following random people, but he's tweeting Smokey.
Yeah.
And they're all going back and forth. Devin Haney's getting involved.
Oh, of course.
He sent a wild tweet saying Happy Father's Day to Tank's mom.
Oh, wow. But Dev. Yeah, we know Devo Dev on Twitter is also undefeated, like top 3 fighters on Twitter. Dev, Cambosis, yeah, man, Tank as well. Well, Clarissa, can't forget Clarissa as well. So yeah, Dev, that's crazy. It's that Flowz, that trio, man. It's that trio. We know that trio. Obviously, they know each other so well. They've all beefed each other. Like Devin and Shaq have beefed. Shaq and Tank, Devin and Tank have beefed. Like they've all beefed each other. They all know each other so well. But again, we haven't got a fight between any of them, which is the jarring thing. Just a lot of talking and a lot of smoke talk.
They set off a little outside of camp weight challenge. The Tank showed it how much he weighs on the scale. He was 147. Keyshawn showed him. Keyshawn's walking around at 156, and currently Devin. Shakur showed his. Yeah, and Shakur's calling Devin to do it. Right, and Devin's not showing how much he weighs.
Because we know Devin weighs like 180 outside the camp. Devin,
they're pressuring Devin. He's like, Devin, get on the scale.
So Keyshawn got involved as well. Fair enough.
Devin saying, 144 ain't enough for you. I've already agreed.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Africa didn't get involved either. I know he was itching to get involved.
Yeah, he probably has. I haven't preed it all because I saw a clip of Africa corroborating the sparring story and how it went.
Okay.
So Africa was there for that sparring story. But yeah, look, they're all at it. The usual Twitter stuff.
The usual suspects. Yeah, if Tank is back on Twitter and he's talking mean again, that means he's probably returning soon. To be honest, that's what it means. Whether it's against Kid Austin or not, who knows? But yeah, I think boxing world prepare for the return of Gervonta Tank Davis. I assuming he's finished his wherever he's. Yeah, anyways, but wherever Tank, show me. That's all. Show me, bro. Show me.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I ain't trying to see it. But before I end, did Carissa pipe up about the display pic?
Yeah, she asked why about your DP?
I knew she would.
She was happy about the makeup in the picture. It was like this thing of blurry.
Did you respond?
I didn't even pre. I didn't even pre. Probably deleted it.
Because we know they've had their beef before as well.
Yeah,
which is probably why Tank did it as well, just to F with her. But yeah, fair enough. And I guess things ain't changed. Tank is still tweeting, deleting. Always done it from day one. Jarring guy, man.
Tweeting, delete. You scroll through, you just see, sorry, not available. Or
bro, so jarring. But the internet, I'm sure they work fast. The internet's got it, I'm sure. But yeah. All right, Flowz. Let's call it a day there. Nice, quick, concise one for you listeners. Once again, it's been episode 305 of the Stretch Season Podcast. Once again, I'm your boy Cam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And as always, guys, you want to find us on the streaming platforms. Peace.
I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.